I'm Scott Green, and this is Black Community News. Thank you for joining us. We began today's show providing a report on a Jonesboro Republican that is back at it again, pushing legislation that many see as a direct attack on efforts to achieve equity and diversity in Arkansas. Senator Dan Sullivan has filed Senate Bill 3, a controversial proposal designed to eliminate minority recruitment and retention plans in public schools and colleges, gut a scholarship aimed at increasing the number of minority teachers in the Delta, and remove requirements to encourage minority participation in state contracts. Yeah, that's right. This bill could roll back decades of progress in ensuring equal opportunities for Black and minority Arkansans. Under the proposed bill, public entities would no longer need to include language supporting equal opportunity hiring practices in procurement bids. If you're thinking this feels like an intentional erasure of hard-fought gains for marginalized communities, you're not alone. Even more troubling, violations of the proposed law would be classified as a Class A misdemeanor. This isn't just a policy shift, it's punitive. Sullivan is dressing this legislation up as a measure to stop discrimination, claiming it will prevent public entities from making decisions based on race, sex, color, ethnicity, or national origin. He even added language to clarify that it won't touch veteran preference programs. But let's be real. This bill is part of a broader, coordinated effort to dismantle the very systems designed to level the playing field. Senator Reginald Murdoch, one of the few Black lawmakers in the Arkansas Senate, isn't having it. He voted against the original version of this bill, Senate Bill 71, which barely cleared the Senate last year, but ultimately died on the House floor after fierce debate. Murdoch is ready for round two. This country and this state are not ready, he said, calling out the deep inequities that still exist. Let's be clear, he's not fighting alone. This bill is likely to ignite another battle in the General Assembly. Meanwhile, Sullivan's filing was part of a flood of new legislation introduced this week, including bills on online voter registration, banning book censorship, and expanding Medicaid coverage for postpartum mothers. These are important issues that deserve attention, but you can bet SB 3 will be the flashpoint when lawmakers return to Little Rock on January 13, 2025. This is why we must stay informed and engaged. Bills like SB 3 show us exactly why representation matters and why we can't afford to sit on the sidelines when our rights and opportunities are under attack. Let's keep an eye on this and hold our leaders accountable. Stay tuned, stay vigilant, and stay in the fight. Studies show that Black students often perform better when taught by Black teachers due to various positive impacts. For example, research has found that having even one Black teacher in elementary school can significantly improve long-term educational outcomes for Black students, particularly Black males from low-income families. This includes a 39% reduction in dropout rates and a higher likelihood of attending college. These benefits arise not only from the representation, but also from Black teachers' higher expectations and more supportive interpretations of student behavior. Additionally, having Black teachers has been shown to decrease the likelihood of exclusionary discipline for Black students, which can otherwise contribute to poor academic and social outcomes. The evidence underscores the importance of teacher diversity in fostering equity and improved outcomes for students of color while benefiting all students by preparing them for a multicultural society. The Pulaski County Board of Commissioners filed an election complaint with the State of Board of Election Commissioners, confirmed by a Pulaski County Board official. The complaint, which was approved for submission on Tuesday, concerns a potential election law violation that occurred on October 21st at the Pulaski County Clerk's office. It was also sent to the Attorney General's Election Integrity Unit and the Pulaski County Prosecutor's Office. The complaint alleges that an employee at the clerk's office altered voters' precincts, resulting in them receiving ballots that included races they were not eligible to vote on, while excluding races they should have voted on. According to a letter from Pulaski County Circuit Clerk Terry Hollingsworth, the issue impacted 4 voters directly, though documentation shows the precinct change affected a larger group of 132 voter records. The precinct in question, originally located in North Little Rock, was mistakenly reassigned to the Maumelle area. The affected ballots included races such as U.S. Congress District 2 and other local contests, while the incorrect ballots included races for North Little Rock mayor and other unrelated contests. The error was discovered on October 23rd, and corrective action was completed the same day. An internal investigation determined that 4 voters cast ballots before the error was resolved. These voters were unable to submit corrected ballots since they had already cast their votes. The employee responsible for the precinct change was removed from election duties following the investigation. The change is being described as the most significant issue arising from the election in Pulaski County. While the total impact was limited to 4 voters, officials expressed concern about the integrity of the process and the affected voters' inability to cast correct ballots. There is precedent for such issues, with a similar incident occurring 4 years ago due to mapping error following redistricting. The current complaint will be investigated by the State Board of Election Commissioners. Thanksgiving often brings thoughts of food, but for many families, a holiday meal is not guaranteed. On Saturday, a local church teamed up with a former Arkansas Razorbacks basketball star to address this need. The Southside Church of Christ on Guyer Springs Road in Little Rock runs a weekly food pantry in partnership with the Arkansas Food Bank, providing food to those in need every Saturday. The demand for assistance has significantly increased in recent months, reflecting the community's growing need for support. This Thanksgiving distribution was particularly notable due to the involvement of Bobby Portis, a Little Rock native and current NBA player for the Milwaukee Bucks. While Portis couldn't attend in person, his Bobby Portis Foundation sent volunteers to assist with the effort. The foundation focuses on supporting single parents in Arkansas and Wisconsin, where Portis now resides. Its mission includes providing financial and mental health assistance, with efforts helping alleviate the stress of holiday meals for families. The church plans to continue its weekly food pantry events, and the Bobby Portis Foundation is expected to partner with them again during the Christmas season. For more information about volunteering with the church, contact them using the information on the screen or using the links below. The Little Rock School Board voted 5-3 late Thursday to refer board member Vicki Hatter to Arkansas Education Secretary Jacob Olivia for a review of potential ethical concerns related to her employment. The motion, proposed by board member Leah Ann Wilson and supported by Greg Adams, focused on Hatter's involvement with Mentorship Academy Advanced Training Institute, which provides federally funded upward-bound college preparatory programs in 2 Little Rock high schools. The decision follows an earlier report by the Arkansas Times on Hatter's connection to MAATI. The referral is based on the Arkansas Department of Education's rules regarding ethical guidance for educational administrators, employees, board members, and related parties. The vote came after an executive session called to address the possible disciplining of an elected official. Board members Hatter, Joyce Wesley, and Norma Johnson opposed the referral, while Wilson Adams, Michael Mason, Evelyn Calloway, and Anna Strong supported it. Hatter criticized the motion, describing it as unwarranted and accusing the board of failing to act on her claims against another member, Michael Mason, whom she alleged had threatened her during a prior executive session. This is the latest in a series of executive sessions held since August, following Superintendent Jamal Wright's brief resignation announcement, which he later retracted. In September, the board voted 6-2 to censor Hatter for previous violations of district policy. The censor cited unauthorized school visits, public criticism of district staff, and delays in returning unused travel funds. The Little Rock School Board postponed any decisions about discontinuing Brady and Carver Magnet Elementary Schools as traditional pre-K through fifth grade campuses until December 19th. The decision followed a meeting where the board also appointed Osiris Bali to fill a vacancy created by Sandrika Morning's resignation. The delay was prompted by calls from board members Anna Strong and Vicki Hatter for more public communication and outreach. Several community members, including State Representative Denise Ennett, City of Little Rock Board of Directors member Andrea Lewis, and the Carver librarian LaToya Morgan, urged the board to provide greater transparency and engage the community in discussions about the proposals. Parents expressed concerns about the impact of frequent school disclosures on their children, citing the disruptions caused by previous relocations. Some criticized the short notice they received about the proposed changes, expressing frustration with the communication process. Superintendent Jamal Wright noted that discussions about campus closures began in September during budget deliberations for the 2024 through 25 school year. While he did not object to delaying the decision, he cautioned against deferring action for another school year due to financial constraints. The proposals included consolidating Carver Magnet Elementary with Washington Elementary to form Carver Washington STEAM Magnet Elementary at the Washington campus. The current Carver building would be repurposed for special education services, a day treatment program for grades K through 8, and an alternative learning environment. Washington Elementary operates at 35% of its 900-student capacity, with a cost of $12,979 per student. Carver is at 37% of its 634-student capacity, with a cost of $16,886 per student. Wright highlighted a $25 million decline in state foundation aid over the past decade, with $12 million of that occurring during his tenure. Other proposed changes include closing Brady Elementary and redistributing its students to 6 other schools. The Brady building could be reconfigured into a parent center housing student registration and early childhood education services. Redesigning Dunbar Magnet Middle School's program to focus on entrepreneurship and leadership, replacing its previous themes of international studies and gifted education. Expanding pre-kindergarten programs by utilizing space at Hall High School and converting the former Baseline Elementary into an early childhood education center. These proposals aim to address declining state and federal funding, reduce enrollment, campus conditions, and competition from charter and private schools. Board member Evelyn Calloway pointed to the LEARNS Act, which allows taxpayer funding for private school tuition as a significant factor contributing to these challenges. In case you did not attend the 30th annual Arkansas Black Hall of Fame induction ceremony, October 26, you are in for a treat tonight. This milestone Black Tie Robinson Center Entertainment Gala celebrated 6 trailblazers who have left indelible marks in their respective fields of endeavor. Among the 2024 inductees were Steve H. Brognax III from Little Rock, a theatrical director and educator. Dr. Mamie Phipps Clark from Hot Springs, posthumously recognized for being a social psychologist, researcher, and author. Phyllis Dickerson from Little Rock, business and political strategist. Thomas East from Little Rock, a musician, vocalist, entertainer, and recording artist. Cora Duffy McHenry from Augusta, educator, education leader, and advocate. And Mac Wilburn from Magnolia, entrepreneur and philanthropist. The event, emceed by Emmy Award-winning journalist Tamika Jones, celebrated Arkansas's rich Black cultural heritage while raising funds for the Arkansas Black Hall of Fame Foundation and attracted luminaries from across the state and beyond, including former U.S. Ambassador Andrew Young and Billy Aaron, widow of baseball great Hank Aaron. Featured performances by the Rodney Block Collective and singer Bijou, the Tidwell Project dancers, vocalist Mary Tucker East, and spoken word artist Nisha Speaks. The foundation has distributed over $1.5 million in grants to nonprofits across the state, touching lives in nearly every county. Chairman Charles Stewart said it best: "This is a celebration of perseverance and extraordinary talent." For more information, check out the link below. Sharing the stories impacting our lives. This has been Black Community News. I'm Scott Green.